We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle. Struggle creates strength. And strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
As you know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Yo.
What's up? What the hell is? Okay, there. I'm looking. I was multitasking, so I'm like, where the hell is the button to take my ass? Okay, anyway. So what's up, y'all? Let me plug the joint right quick. Everything in life is a negotiation except genuine attraction. Now, I saw a video a few days back, and when I showed the video, let me just tell the audience, it's not about the name that the lady mentioned. There's a duo, a very popular duo on YouTube. It's not about them. It's about the message the young lady is trying to convey and what she's saying. So I don't want guys to focus on the name that she mentions, the very popular podcast out of Miami. It's not about them. It's about what the young lady is saying, because I want guys to understand everything in life is a negotiation except genuine attraction. Now, let me say this right quick. I want guys to understand money is a tool. Resources, material, possessions, you can influence certain individuals to deal with you with those things. But that's not genuine attraction. That's manufactured attraction. That's a negotiation. I have something that you want. You have something that I want. Let's barter for it. That's not genuine attraction, right? And we should all know by now that the most genuine and sincere and authentic form of attraction is sexual attraction. Period. It's the most natural way for a man and a woman to want to deal with each other. Everything else is up for debate or even up for discussion as far as why that person wants to deal with you. And all that other shit can be negotiated. Relationships can be negotiated as far as getting into relationships, and even marriage can be negotiated. But when someone genuinely wants to enjoy you, to enjoy your physical presence, you don't need to negotiate that. Right. Either that desire naturally exists or it doesn't. But before we get into that, Miles, you got anything you want to add to that, or you want to shout out my brother?
Real quick, make sure y'all get the soap, man. Get the soap. All right. Hit that QR code and get the soap. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Renee P and the J98 for being moderators, and Unique 79, Vasily, Paul, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody else in the chat, Scary Perry and everybody. All right, we got Jay Roman in the building. What's going on with your big homie? We got Duke Lux in here. All right, so don't forget to get your tickets for the Miami screening of Game Kings 2. It's on my community board on my YouTube channel, so if you want to go over there, and I think Renee might have the link as well. But yeah, man, appreciate it. Appreciate you for having me, K-Zag, and I'll let J Rome get some of the
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, man. I was ripping and running. Sorry for the tardiness. Just got out of a long little bike ride. So, and I had to make it back.
Nice.
So, you know, me and 50 was out there rolling, you know, but he's starting to videotape a lot of stuff, get a lot of exclusive little content. So he was videotaping. So for those who might want to see the bike ride, I think he'll put it out later on. But
right.
Shit, I had some mishaps. My fucking pedal fell off, broke on me on the ride. So, but that's about it. You know, you do what you got to do. You get back.
Were you pedaling on the bolt?
No. It's
that part too. Damn.
I didn't notice on this bike. It's a plastic crank. It's not a.
Oh, okay.
It's not a good crank, and
okay.
So you know, I guess whoever tightened it prior to, because I didn't put this bike together, but whoever tightened it, I don't know if he got if the screw was correctly in there, but it grinded it away.
He probably stripped it.
Yeah, grinded it away, stripped it, and then boom. So, you know, I'm gonna have to go get some metal cranks. You know, I ain't no light dude, so I need some cranks that can take me and then go from there. But, you know, got back and did the thing. So it was a cool little ride.
That's
I need to get back out there. You know, I've been laid up because of my surgery, man. I don't know if y'all know that you know, this YouTube fam here got around here, but I was laid up for a minute. So I'm trying to get back in the groove of things.
Facts. That's what's up.
So, but
yeah.
No. I was just gonna say thanks for having me on, Zach.
No, let me just shout out some people real quick. Uncle Guns is in the building. I know Miles shouted out Renee P. Shout out to you, baby girl. Wicked Scorpion in the motherfucking building. Willie Berryhill, DePaul 9559, all the way from Singapore. I know I saw Antonio from across the pond. Salute to you. Boz, who else we got up in here? Dukalux, Scary Perry was good with you. Who else? AJ Leno was good with you, fam. Technique. Who else we got up in here? BD. I'm not gonna say the other part. I don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is though. All right. So Frankie Shaw was good with you. J98 was good, fam. Who else we got up? Who else we got? Willie Bean, fam. I'm not gonna answer that question, bro. Okay, you know what question you asked. I'm not gonna answer that. Come on, y'all. Let me just say this before we get into this, guys. Y'all gotta stop being concerned with why women aren't calling you back. Okay, y'all. I've never in my life gave a fuck about a woman calling me back. And let me say this. The fact that you're counting the days, nigga, the fact that you know exactly how many days since you left, bro, that tells me you live a very uneventful life and you have nothing going on.
It's been 1 week, 2 days, 5 hours,
7 whole days.
Yo, man, we got to have more pride in that. Yo, and y'all need to stop meeting women, because this is what a lot of y'all do. Y'all will meet one woman, and because things are seemingly going well and she seems to be interested, you will stop meeting women. And you'll fixate and focus everything on that one chick. Stop. Okay, you should be guys, y'all should be meeting women damn near every day of the week, if not every day of the week. You should damn near be meeting women. If you see something you like, go holler at them. Right, monogamous player in the building, real quick. My bad. Dr. Love, let me just finish these shout outs. Dave G. Who else we got up in here? If I forgot anybody, yo, it ain't personal. Go ahead, J-Ro.
No, I'm just saying, if you want to talk to her, why didn't you just call her? Or you listen to somebody that say you know don't call it. I don't know what they say. Something about
not only that, guys. If you're out on a date, Linwood, what's good with you, huh? If you guys are out on a date with a woman and things are seemingly going well, there seems to be mutual attraction. Why not set up the second date while you're still on the first one? Okay, or if it's a situation where you met the babe, you had to come to the house and y'all got it in, before she bounced, all you got to do is say, hey, text me when you get home safe.
Right, that's it.
In the moment she texts you if she texts you. Because if she don't, that means she probably, was on that one and done with you anyway, which you should be cool with that. But if she does text you, hey, just let you know I made it home safe, that's the time for you to text her back. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, let's do this next week. I'll holler at you in a couple of days to set it up. Boom. That's all you got to do. Guys, stop relying or waiting. See, to me, that's that validation seeking. When you're waiting on a woman to reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna wait for her to reach out to me because I want to see how much she's into me. Don't worry about it. Jay Roman, you good, dog? You sound like you counting coins over there or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice. No, I was looking at some mail. I didn't notice that it was making some noise. So I'm sorry about that.
Grizzlo Speaks. What's good? June Sports. What's good? All right. So we're going to get into this video. Again, everything in life is a negotiation except genuine attraction. If you got a question, put a Q followed by your question. And then we'll get into it. And we'll put the number up and you guys can call it in a minute. But without no further ado, let's just get into this motherfucking video so that way we can get this thing started. Is this it right here? I want to make sure it's the right one.
And they're fresh and fit. They faced too much rejection in their life from women. And that burnt has made them want to create a power imbalance where they're so much more powerful than the woman so that they can never get burnt again. In the process of this power imbalance, they're actually losing power. As a man, as you get older, let's say you get over the age of 35 and you're still dating 22-year-old women, they think I'm providing all the money, I'm providing the lifestyle, I'm older than her, I've got all the power. It doesn't work like she has all the power. So if you are somebody just in or fresh and fit's age and you're dating a super young girl, she's already far more promiscuous than you are because her pool is too big. Whereas your pool, as an older man who's only dating young girls, is still quite limited. So firstly, she's already got that. Secondly, she's learned she can access that lifestyle without any hard work. You've had to hustle. You've had to come home stressed. You've had to really put your life on the line. You've had to really struggle to get that level of wealth. She's learned that if she just knows how to arouse a man sexually, she can get that lifestyle like that.
And that's the negotiation where women are out here bartering with their bodies. And a lot of times they're not even necessarily having sex with you. They're giving you the misleading impression that sex is possible. All you got to do is spend a little money, take them out on a couple of dates, spend some time on the phone with them. So they're negotiating with you. And one of the things that I've heard, not only on YouTube, but also on IG and Facebook, is where guys say, oh, as men get older, our options get greater, but women's options dry up. And what they're trying to say with that is women are in their 20s, they're more sexually desirable in their 20s, but men are more desirable as they get older. And what they're equating that to is money, saying as we get older, our earning power increases, the options we have with our resources increases. So already you're in a position of following a woman because you're trying to acquire resources to actually get women to deal with you. That you're already in a losing position, right? And the fact that you're negotiating with your resources means you have some weak ass fucking game, right? And what I've seen is a lot of guys who say this type of shit, when they were in their 20s themselves, they couldn't attract the women that they wanted who were also in their 20s, right? So now that they're older and they have resources, they feel like now I can get these women. And what you're really saying is you have no sex appeal. You have no game. So, and I told you guys this before, just because a woman is willing to have sex with you doesn't mean she is sexually attracted to you, right? As the lady was saying in the clip, is that if a woman is negotiating with her body, she's exchanging sexual favors for financial gratuity, okay, that's negotiation, but that's not genuine attraction. And let me just say this, the passport bros are notorious for this type of thing, where they go abroad and they are negotiating, right? It's not genuine attraction. But the problem with a lot of guys are, and this comes from low self-esteem, this comes from a lack of self-assuredness and even insecurity to one degree or another, is guys are just happy to get the attention. They don't care if it's genuine or not. And a lot of guys, they'll fool themselves
Right.
And they'll think it's genuine attraction because of their need for validation, their need to feel desire. Just the fact that the woman is acting like she desires them is enough for them, and they'll negotiate their resources for that type of feeling. But y'all got it.
Yeah, these you know, the guy. Shout out to Fresh and Fit, you know what I'm saying, because she did mention them, but you know, these guys that lead with a wallet, like a lot of guys in Miami, in LA, you know, a lot of these young cryptocurrency, you know, millionaire guys who they got the money easy, right? So because they got the money so easy, it's like, well, I could do what I want and it doesn't matter, you know. So they lead with the wallet, they try to impress the chick with the money and this, that, and the third. And the sad part is that when the chick gets tired of it, or when she finds another crypto millionaire that she can move on to, you understand? Like, you know, it's just funny because a lot of these like terms that they talk about hypergamy, they talk about monkey branching, they talk about gold digging. A lot of these terms were created by these very same men.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because
hold on. Monkey branching?
Yeah, monkey branching. Yeah. So what monkey branching means is that you don't let go of one branch until you can reach the next one.
Oh,
so
okay.
so you know, so they call it monkey branches. So they use you up, and then they make sure that they, you know, use up all your resources. They still act like they like you or that they got a hold on you until they move to the next guy.
Okay.
So they're always covered. You see what I'm saying? But again, these guys have created pretty much all of these talking points themselves. Like they swear up and down it's female nature. You understand? But if you really go back and break it all down, a gold digger would have no gold to dig if the man didn't give her gold.
Facts.
You understand? If the dude led with his identity, which is one thing that she couldn't get anywhere else, there would be no hypergamy, right? If he what was the other thing? Monkey branching. If he didn't give her the branch to hold, she couldn't hold nothing. You see what I'm saying? These guys, they buy these women's temporary, and it's not even real attraction, but temporary fake attraction. That's what they do. They rent these women. You understand? They also created the sugar baby lifestyle. Women didn't create that.
Mm-hmm.
Women did not create that. Men created that. There was a guy out there that was like, listen, shorty, I know some hustling ass friends, like just dudes that I know from back in the day. They whole shtick is to go to the fucking mall and offer to buy a bitch some Jordans.
Really?
That's their whole shtick. They go to the mall, they see a cute broad. Hey, what's going on, girl? You want some Jordans? She's like, yeah, daddy, whatever. And he's like, all right, cool. He bought the Jordans, but he would hold on to them. And he'd be like, yo, come with me over here to this hotel. Smash, after they smash, give her the Jordans, and then she'd be on her way. That type of shit. So what I'm saying is these dudes create these type of situations. Like I tell y'all niggas, a woman is always following your lead. I said this a long time ago. I was like, you think bitches love yachts? You think a chick wake up with, oh, I want to go chill out on a yacht? You think that's on her mind? Or did the guy with the yacht who's trying to rent her attraction and invite her and flex and front and be like, yo, this is, yo, come chill on my yacht. Come have a, yacht party with me. You get what I'm saying? These chicks ain't know nothing about yachts until these fucking tricking ass, simping ass niggas brought it to them. You get what I'm saying? That's how it works. And then they turn around and call it female nature. Well, you created the female nature because you didn't believe in yourself. You didn't believe that a woman could actually be attracted to you and your masculine identity and the singularity of who you are. You did not believe that there would be an attractive baddie that would be attracted to that. So you led with your fucking wallet. And then the women followed your lead. And then somewhere along the way, there was a disconnect between the rich simp and the poor simp. And then the poor simp started saying, oh, man, this is some hypergamy bullshit. Oh, man, this is some gold digging bullshit. Oh, man, this is some monkey branching bullshit. Because there's always a disconnect between the rich nigga and the poor nigga. So he gonna see the guy that's in between who probably got a little bit of money, but he ain't got it all like the rich crypto nigga or whatever the fuck. He's going to start looking at these women and start coming up with these ideas. And then the MGTOW, all the pills and all that shit was created. You get what I'm saying? But it had to start somewhere, and it always starts with the men.
Okay, real quick, I want to say, yeah. So Uncle Guns, yeah, money is a tool. Okay, people are influenced by money, right? You can influence people to do a little bit of what you want for money. It's no surprise that you can do that, right? Now, when you talk about cooperation, yeah, you can get temporary cooperation, but it doesn't. Number one, women won't respect you if you lead with your wallet. There is no respect at all. You know what I'm saying? That's not even up for debate. There is no respect, and it's not genuine attraction. And the funny thing is, a woman can think that you're visually appealing. She can think that you're a good-looking guy. But the moment you start talking and you start trying to impress her with your money, whatever perception she had of you changes. And she's like, oh, you one of them, right? So even if she wanted to deal with you from an authentic point of view, the moment you start leading with your wallet, you automatically turn yourself into lunch meat, automatically. And the problem with guys is they think, see, we got to remember back in the day, way back in the day, 100 years ago, 75 years ago, there was a time when most women couldn't work. They couldn't be educated. So they had to depend on a man, right, for survival. So a lot of times they would get their mind right for survival. But nowadays, women don't need you for your money. So what you will have, you have a segment of lazy ass women who really don't want to do anything. So they'll just gravitate to guys who already got it. And they'll just say, I know you lame ass niggas want some pussy. I got that for you. You know what I'm saying? But first, I'm going to need this, right? So give me that and I'll give you this. You ask any prostitute, any escort, any call girl, they're not going to respect you. They won't. Whether it's a conscious thing or a subconscious thing, women do not respect tricks. They'll deal with you. And here's the problem with guys. Just because a woman doesn't respect you doesn't mean she'll be disrespectful. See, a lot of guys equate, oh, well, if a woman is disrespectful, she's going to, curse me out and say fucked up shit to my face. Those are disrespectful acts. A woman cannot respect you, but never do anything that actively shows you she doesn't respect you to your face. But you'll never deal with that woman on your terms, though. See, a lot of guys think when they use money to deal with women, it's on their terms. No! It's on the woman's terms. Right. And that's the sleight of hand trick where you think it's on your terms. But here's the reality of it. If you deal with a woman spending money, I'm going to show you how you know for a fact it's not on your terms. Offer a woman a coffee date who's not attracted to you. And watch her say, that's it, a coffee date? You can't take me out on a real date? You can't take me out to dinner? That's her saying, what you're offering is not good enough. If you want access to me, I'm going to need you to up the ante and spend a little bit more money, right? And that's her basically letting you know you're not in the lead position here. I am. Because what guys don't understand is a woman don't got to fuck with you. Women will always gravitate to men they are sexually attracted to first. Let me say that shit again for you slow niggas in the back. Women will always gravitate to the men they are sexually attracted to first. Yeah. And then they'll negotiate with the rest of you niggas. Y'all got
it. Jay, you want to get some?
No, I like the way Zach does this show because this is, he throws the subjects on us right before we don't know what we're going to talk about. And instantly, right when you said about the rich not trick, you can call them tricks, but the rich, guy and the poor guy, they're both tricking off. And then that semi sort of rich guy, it made me think that old song, it ain't tricking if you got it. Right. So all the older, not older, but all the guys with some money, they know what they're doing, but they're lying to themselves and saying it ain't tricking because I got the money to do it. But they know what they're doing already. They know that everything that's happening is not genuine. Just like they're not really trying to find somebody genuine either. They're just using their money to get whatever. And I think that there's a moment when there's people that's trying to be genuine, but use disingenuous ways to try to find that person. Right. I think that's one of the biggest hiccups that people have is that you can't use something that you already know is disingenuous. Like money is not the go-getter for women. because you can lose it. Anything can happen to it. What if somebody else makes more? You're always worried. It's just not a staple that, you know, you just want to use if you're genuinely trying to find somebody that's going to be there for this long haul or for a genuine person next to you. And I just think that people need to learn from their mistakes and really realize where they're at in life. And I think that that's one of the most genuine thing you could do is know yourself first, to know what you want, know where you're at in life, and then to go from there. Because honestly, this has been happening for years, right? Like, this ain't nothing new. There's been women that are attracted to money, and they'll tell you from the jump, and they'll be there and they leave. And then there's women that, you know, is not like it doesn't matter. There's been all sorts of people, all sorts of things that's been happening for years and years and years and years and years. The difference is, did you learn from the mistake prior to, or different, or are you continuing to blame something outside of you?
Right.
And I think that's the hiccup for me, is where a guy will continue to blame women and say, oh man, you know, I was taking her out to dinner, I was paying her car, you know, our first date, I showed her the world, and I'm doing this. I ain't like these other dudes, you know, I got some dough, you know, we can go somewhere. Oh, trips, we can do that. Oh, she left me. Oh, she wasn't genuine. She really didn't, you know, that's what happens to dudes that open up and show their heart. No, your attempt to get her was on money. Then later on, because she was around and you was knocking it down, you really, really started to like her. And now when she's gone and that doesn't reciprocate the same feeling, oh, now she's the one. Oh, she's this, she's that. These women out here ain't nothing but this and that. When you use a disingenuous way to make a connection with somebody,
right,
how else do you expect it to turn out?
Exactly.
Let me address what Dave G said. That's not true. Dave G, there are dudes who live paycheck to paycheck that trick, and they'll break themselves, and instead of paying the whole electric bill, they'll put a percentage on it because they're out there tricking. So I'm glad you said that, Dave G. It segues into, I want to show y'all something right quick. Hopefully I can find it. I want to show y'all something. Where is it at? I know I got it. Please tell me I still got the shit. Is it right here? Nope. Nope, that ain't it. I know I got the motherfucker. That it? Nope, that ain't it either. I know I got it. That's it right here.
All right.
Why would a 20-year-old spend his 20s eating shit and getting bottom of the barrel women in the U.S. when that 30 to 50K is gold in a second and third world country? So shout out to the mascot of the Passport Bros, Austin Holland. So basically what he's saying is, in the U.S., $30,000 to $50,000 is nothing if you're trying to trick money off. You can't really do a whole lot with 30, 50. But you can go to a third world country where your dollar stretches further, and because those women are so poor, with mixed match flip-flops on and shit like that, because they're so poor that you can spread that around and get more cooperation there. So let me put it up again. Him making this statement proves my point that here in the U.S., if you're trying to trick, if you're making an average amount of money, that is hard for you to negotiate terms and conditions with women, especially when women are making the same amount of money as you. If you're making $50,000 a year and you're dealing with a woman who makes just as much as you, nigga, taking her to Applebee's ain't gonna mean shit to her, right? But if you go to a third world country, right, you're wealthy compared to her and her family that live in 10 huts with no running water, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Right there, he gave it all up as to why Passport Bros prefer to go overseas, because the women over there will at least act like they give a fuck about them. Whereas here in the US, because women don't need you for your money, they'll take your money. They'll take your dates and talk mad shit about you while on a date. Right? So what he's saying is, I just want to go somewhere where I can trick in peace, where chicks are at least nice about it. And that's what it really is they can negotiate with their money over there. So when you say it ain't tricking if you got it, no. It's still tricking. See, a rich trick won't miss it. It's a drop in the bucket for him. But a guy who is a 9-to-5 grinder or he lives paycheck to paycheck, he'll miss it. Case in point, if y'all remember the story of a tricking passport bro that went to the Dominican Republic and he got stuck over there, right? And because he couldn't afford to get back. I think it was like he lost his ticket or something like that. He didn't even have $100 to get back, right? So you have broke niggas who go overseas to pay for some ass, and they got just enough money to get there and get back and to pay for some food to get some ass. And that's it. So it is tricking. It's just you got broke tricks, which is why women here in the U.S. will say niggas is broke. Oh, these niggas don't want to take you out on dates. These niggas is broke. They're not talking about the men that they are sexually attracted to. They are talking to the men that they're not. So basically what they're saying is, you broke ass nigga, I don't want to fuck you. How dare you negotiate with a coffee date with me? How dare you start off that low? Right? You gotta take me out to a 5-star restaurant if you want me to even consider giving you access to me like that. But y'all got it. Call-in line is open. Yes. 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. You gentlemen got it.
Yeah, guys, call in 919-647-9392. Let's get to some of these calls. Do you have any questions or?
Yeah, we had a few questions throughout.
We do. Let me go back to the comments because I want to make sure I grab any that I missed. Then I'll get to the questions.
Yes.
So, and let me just say this.
Have you seen the Ozzy 411? I don't know if he's a normal, but that's not true about poor and third world countries. I've been turned down. This guy never been to those places. Okay, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Right. Well, my thing is, guys can spend money on what they want to spend money on. If you want to trick, that's fine. The only problem that I got with tricking ass niggas is if they try to compare themselves to real players. Nigga, you ain't that. Okay, you ain't, stay in your lane. Okay, that's one. Two, guys who trick off their money will turn around, and Miles, you alluded to it very early on when we started doing the show, is that the same guys that will lead with their wallet to trick off their money will then turn around and complain about all women want is money.
Right.
No, all women want is money from guys they're not sexually attracted to. So just say that right and just understand that you're not that guy. You're not the type of guy that women covet, you know what I'm saying, to deal with genuinely, which means that they're actually sexually attracted to you and they desire you in that aspect. So we do got a question. Let me go ahead and throw it up here. So he says, I'm dealing with something similar. I get girls' numbers, but I never get a call back. I'll come back. How can I come back from this? Bro, we don't know your story. Look, you niggas be asking questions with zero context, right? But always motivated. They're not sexually attracted to you. I can tell you that. But here's the thing. There could be something that you're doing in the interaction that's causing that. Because I want guys to understand something when you're dealing with women. You can be dealing with a woman who was never sexually attracted to you. And there's nothing you can do about that. She just ain't feeling you, right? There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can do. There's other times you guys are encountering women who are attracted to you initially, but you're doing and or saying something that's causing them to lose interest. We don't know what the fuck that is because we don't know your situation. Go ahead, Miles. You were saying something, fam.
No. I wouldn't say anything.
I just don't understand why they don't give them a call. Like, why is
right.
What is this? Let me sit and wait till you call me. Like, one, I'm not giving you a call the very next day from a date. Like, right. I'm busy doing some other stuff, but it ain't because I was just like, I'm not going to call her because I don't want her to think a certain way. You know, said if I want to call you, I'm going to call you. Now, if I get no response in there, that's cool. Whatever, it's done. But I'm not going to sit back and be like, okay, we went on a date. Okay, day one, she didn't call me back. Day two, she didn't call me back. Day three, she didn't call me back. Man, she's supposed to call me by now. Day four, she didn't call me back. Day five, you know, like what is that exactly? Did you try to call that person, talk to them or something? And that's it. And I ain't talking about stalk calling. Like, you know, you ain't calling every day and stuff like that. But we got a call. Let's get the call.
Yeah. All right. So 850, you are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got K Zaggin, J Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Ha. Really?
Okay. All right. So can we put back the question a little bit?
Yes, let me grab it. Where did it go? Right there.
Yeah, so he said, I'm dealing with someone similar. I get girls' numbers, but I never get a call back. How I come back from this? You get girls' numbers, but you never got a call back. Well, stop getting numbers. Give them yours.
There you go.
Like, that's it. Any other questions in there?
Yeah, let me grab another one right here. So he says, would a woman who chooses to sleep with a man she's not genuinely attracted to consider low-hanging fruit or not picking the man that she wants? Look, let me tell y'all something. Okay, this is y'all act like women are just one way. The same woman that will have sex with Miles for money, not to say Miles is spending money, but the same woman that would have sex with Miles for money would have sex with Jay Roman for free. Y'all got to remember, women aren't one size fits all. Okay, right. Meaning just because a woman will have sex over here with a man that she is sexually attracted to, and he ain't got to spend no money, don't mean she's gonna be like that with every guy. Okay, just because this woman over here is having sex with a man who's spending money on her, doesn't mean every guy she deals with needs to spend money. Women will always deal with you and treat you based on how they perceive you.
Right. Facts. So we got 267. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got K-Zach, J. Roman, and Miles. Name 8 City. How can we help you?
Yes, sir. It's Dave G, 36, Philadelphia.
Dave G, what's going on, man? Dave G in the building, man. Yes, sir. What's going on with you?
Hey, yo, yeah. So I just wanted to address what Zach said in regards to my comment. So basically, I was saying that in response to what Jay Roman was saying about the saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. What I was saying was in response to that, like, well, you, in order to trick, you have to have, even if it's only $1, even if it's only $2, you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. You know like having it is what makes it tricking. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And I'm glad, fam. Thanks for calling up and not getting all sensitive like some of these other niggas be getting, bro. Thanks for calling up and clarifying that.
Well, see, a lot of rich guys were tricking, but they were saying it ain't tricking, you know, if you got it, because they were trying to justify that they got more money. So it doesn't matter if I give her this little bit, I still got more money, when in actuality, you know, it's still tricking. No matter if you got more to trick off on or not.
They basically was like using it as a flex, like, well, I got it, so it ain't shit to me. It ain't tricking to me. You know what I'm saying?
But then turn around and complain about it, though.
Yeah, they will turn around.
You can't have it both ways. You can't trick off and then complain when the tricking don't work.
Right. And also another thing I wanted to say to the topic, as far as negotiating attraction, like that goes to show you, like, when you like say if you talk to a chick, you know, maybe try to talk to a chick 5 or 10 years ago, and now you done, you know, I guess you done came up, you done got your money up and all that, she still ain't gonna like you because she don't like you. You know what I mean? All that, like, you getting your money up and shit like that. You're now trying to negotiate attraction with your, I guess, quote unquote glow up. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's bullshit. If she ain't like you back then, she ain't like you now.
Right.
Well, that does happen. Look, let me tell y'all something. There are women, and there have been women. They met a guy. They weren't sexually attracted to the guy, so they weren't trying to fuck with him. See, you got to pick a struggle, right? Meaning, you can't be broke and have no sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because you'll never get no woman. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got sex appeal, but you got money, and if you want to have sex, you can negotiate with women for that to happen. But if you ain't got no sex appeal and you bro, it's gonna be a lot of lonely nights with you in your phone looking at porn. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick a struggle. So, and my thing is, for guys, I'm all about self-improvement. I'm all about guys getting their money up. This is why you shouldn't get your money up for women. You do it for yourself. Now, the byproduct of putting yourself in a more financial advantageous position is that there might be some women who notice you that didn't notice you before. But why are they noticing you? Why? You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, if I'm dealing with a woman and she finds out later that I'm doing my thing financially, I want that to be a bonus. I want that to be, I'm feeling Carrie. Oh, he paid? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a bonus that he got his shit together. But having your shit together financially, if that's the main motivating factor for a woman to deal with you, that's not genuine attraction.
347. Put it on mute, bro.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, go ahead, Jerome, you got it.
And sometimes, sometimes you weren't confident then, but because you have money now, you have an attitude of confidence that is backed by your money, and so you think it's the money now that she's attracted to you, but it's the confidence in your personality now that she's attracted to you. But then when she realizes, hold on a second, but then when she realizes that the same unconfident guy is there, he just has money now, it's the same thing is still going to happen. She's going to the money there might hold it for a little bit, but that same guy that she thought changed a little bit, we had a little more confidence, a little more swag about him because he has money, and it really wasn't the money that changed. It was the attitude. The money brought a new attitude to him because he got it for her and not really for him. So that attitude is not going to be sustainable because now when he's dealing with her and she gets demanding or he's going to fold and start tricking and spending a whole bunch of money, which is the same thing she's seen from the get-go, that this was not the guy. But he'll turn around and be like, oh, it's because the money. Oh, it's the money. And she just found somebody richer than me. That's why she left.
Mm-hmm. That's
right. Yeah. Then what I was going to say to that is like, wouldn't that be fake confidence then? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
that's all I got. So keep spitting the game, man. I'm gonna get off. I got a couple things I got to do, man. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, Dave. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, man, and thanks for supporting the show. All right. So we got 347. We got 347. You're on live with Kzad, J. Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. 347. Go ahead.
How's it going, fellas? How's it going? This is Mel Logic. 43 from the Bronx.
All right.
Yeah. I'm in your chat. How's everyone going, fellas? I just wanted to add on something desperately. Debbie, what you're saying, I know a lot of people when they that tricking aspect. One thing you know is some dudes out there that they trick and they don't realize, and that's total aspect of if you ain't tricking, you ain't got it, something like that. Sorry, I misquoted. If it ain't trick, if you ain't got it. Most dudes, I call it trick season, meaning most dudes spend so much of their money on chicks about getting nothing in return, but thinking that the chick's supposed to give them some return. I remember Miles and Lacario talking about this with one point, the tricking aspect. And part of that is being direct also with what you're doing. And most dudes ain't doing that. If I'm spending my money on you, I want some sex. Most dudes ain't doing that. So they're thinking a female is supposed to just give them sex because they spend all this money on them and everything. And you see all them stories, videos, how dudes is flying chicks out, spending 20 G's and all that mess on chicks, and they don't give them no buns behind it. But them dudes never made that clear at all, period.
Right.
And that's one thing that's backfiring a lot of these dudes out there going from spending money, which they time, they're getting frustrated, but like you can get mad at yourself. Part of that, like, yo, if that's what you wanted, there are sex workers for that. But you want the back door your way.
See, but caller, see that, but that's an ego thing. See, and what I mean by it's an ego thing. What I mean by it's an ego thing, and you're right. If guys just want sex, just pay for it and be done with it. But it's an ego thing because guys, they want to trick themselves and believe that when a woman actually has sex with them, it's because she's desiring them. So guys, they'll trick themselves and they'll say, well, yeah, I used the money to attract her, but she's having sex with me because I'm that dude. No. So a lot of they'll spend the money, and there's a clip of Kodak Black where he flew a chick out and she wanted to go out to eat, and he's like, no, that's some leftovers in the refrigerator, and she was cursing him out like, do I look like the type of bitch that eat leftovers? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no, take me out. And what he failed to understand, she wasn't there because, and even though he's famous and he got money and all of that, she wasn't genuinely attracted to him. She was there because she knows you got money and she knows you can take her to the type of restaurant she can't take herself to. right? And so when she couldn't get what she wanted, she got mad and started cursing them out. Like, how dare you deny me, nigga? Who I'm the prize in this equation. You're not. I'm the one you should be bending over backwards to get. Because look at you, nigga. Look at you. If it wasn't for that money that you have and that name notoriety, would I be fucking with you? No.
Right.
And there are a lot of guys, a lot of celebrities who that if it wasn't for their money, women wouldn't fuck with them. At least not the women that they are attracted to. Let me clarify. What y'all got?
You want to know something real funny about this whole thing? I always say, you know, the movie Pretty Woman, right? It has so much a negative effect on guys and even someone on the girls that's in that industry. The fact is because some guys look at other guys who was able to wife up a sex worker like that, so beautiful like that, and I tell them it's not the way you think it is. She got with him for 3 reasons. One, yes, he provided a money lifestyle that was her retirement plan. 2, she was bad at her business of making money, so she settled for the dude to rescue her. Or 3, she saw so much negativity was in that business, and he rescued her from that. But that's not the way you think it is, man. Like, you don't want a woman like that in that way, like that. Like, because most of those relationships, they still ended off badly. And I tell some dudes online, you don't want to get with people like that. Stop looking at the Pretty Woman movie as a fantasy that you can wife up these chicks like that in that way. Even if it's the freakiest woman you paid for playing everything like that, like crazy. And that's what kind of irks me. Dudes be out there trying to shame certain females, certain industries, but you so fast and want to wife them up.
Well, this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. This is what I say. If guys want to wife up women in the sex industry, that's fine. This is my only caveat to guys dealing with women using money and status and all that other nonsense. Just understand what it is, though. Just know what it is. Understand that she's only there. If you as a man is using your money, your status, or name notoriety, or fame, or whatever, if you're using that to get women to fuck with you, and you know that she's only there for that reason, and you resign yourself to that fact, I ain't got nothing to say to you. It's when she dips on you, right? Because your money's starting to dry up, or you're not acting as much as you used to, or whatever. Don't get mad at her then. When she dip on you, because understand the assignment that you're providing resources, she's providing sex, and that's what you guys got going on. That's the crux of your relationship. Monetary gratuity for sex. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
It's all like if you want to get into an open relationship with a chick, but you want one way, you can't do it like that. You got to go full in. Once you bring something up like that, or get into something like that, you got to go full in. You can't be in 2 worlds or something like that. Put 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to go all out. And that's how I feel about like that situation like that. If I'm gonna go in with this type of situation, I got to go all in. I can't be half-ass at it.
Right. That's facts.
When you first hopped on this call, I didn't hear your age. I thought you said 23, but after you mentioned Pretty Woman, I think you said 43.
No, I'm 43.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, that clarified it. As soon as you mentioned that movie, it clarified it because that's
that movie old.
That's an old movie right there.
That movie came out when Julia Roberts was still.
I'm not gonna lie, even when that movie came out, I didn't see any guys trying to wife up the workers, emulating that movie. But you made some good points when it comes to that.
They do. It's funny that if you follow, I do know some women that's in the industry and everything personally. Okay. We realize their comments and everything. Yeah, most of them be trying to wife them up that way also too, and do that way, thinking they the rich type.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? If you know anything about that movie with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, where basically he was the handsome millionaire that swept her off her feet, right? Which see, that's how a woman will look at it. Like, in spite of who I am and what I do, I still want that handsome, good-looking rich man to sweep me off my feet and love me for me in spite of all of this. Right. Now, if you know anything about the movie Brooklyn's Finest with Don Cheadle, Wesley Snipes, and Richard Gere. Richard Gere, he plays a cop, right? And he's having sex with an attractive Latina prostitute, right? And towards the end of the movie, he was trying to get her to leave with him. right? He was trying to get her basically to give up the prostitution lifestyle and said, I'll take care of you. We can go anywhere. And she was like, no, I'm not leaving this. So if you look at that's the same character, Richard Gere, same dude, but it's two different movies. One movie is the fantasy movie. The other movie is more realistic.
Right.
Where that woman doesn't view you as a love interest, as the guy that's going to rescue her from her life and love her and care for her. So that's the reality of how a prostitute really looks at a John. It's like, I don't respect you. I don't look at you like that. Okay, all you represent is a way for me to pay my bills. That's it. But y'all got it.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Y'all remember the situation with that former porn star and what was it? Sam Smith, Joe Smith, what that was his name? That former football player?
The basketball player, yeah.
Basketball player, yeah. Exactly. I'm familiar with her. I said this in my brain, and I think I said to my other friends also too. The reason why she acted that way, and I don't fault her, I'm glad Miles and Lucario did a video about that, is because this is my theory. You accepted her as a certain lifestyle, right? What's on her mind is that, okay, you said that you're going to provide this lifestyle for me or trade off or something else better. She had to do what she had to do because the fact is a promise was made to her and he didn't provide it. Like, if you want to wife up a woman with that industry like that and everything, and they mind, they like, okay, are you going to either add on to what I have right now or provide something better? It's like a countdown.
Right.
Because if he like, yo, she gonna do what she gonna have to do. Like, he provided
male logic. He made the classic mistake that most guys make. He felt like if I save her, right? And if I provide a lifestyle for her, she'll always ingratiate herself to me. She'll love me for it. She'll appreciate me for it. And the moment the money dried up, she didn't just try to leave him. She went back to her hustling ways. Like, I got to get this money, nigga. You ain't doing it. I got to go do it, right? Because it's in her nature to hustle for hers. And it's also in her nature to use what she got to get what she wants. And he felt some type of way, like, why are you doing this? Because in his mind, he probably thought because he loved her that she felt the same way. And it was never like that. So DLX says men are in love. No, suckers are in love. Okay, ain't no man out here falling in love. Women are in business. Guys, as a man, when you deal with women, it should be a business. It should be, see, when you say men are in love, that implies that you are mainly motivated to deal with women based on your fucking feelings and based on emotions. Okay, and you fucking up. So when you say women are in business, that's logical. That's being practical. Right? To me, anytime you deal with anybody in any type of way, you should always use pragmatism or your logic. Make it make sense. Take your feelings, put that to the side and say, does it make sense for me to deal with this person? So if a woman is dealing with a guy who got resources, that's actually her using logic. I need guys to understand that. That's her using logic.
I don't understand what guys think women are going to do. Like you think women are out there being like, you know what? I want the poorest, the ugliest, the shortest, and the mildest guy ever to be next to me.
Real quick, shout out to the man mindset, Steve the Dean in the motherfucking building.
You know, that's the guy I want. It's only natural. It's only natural. Women, men, we are going out there and building resources and building in this world as best as possible. So if you're able to, as a woman, like, do you really expect her to say, okay, look, there's this millionaire right there, and then there's this thousandaire right there. Both of them, I'm not attracted to. But you know what? I'm gonna choose the thousandaire because I'm a good person. Like, that's not happening. Like, what do you expect? What does any man really expect anyone to happen and then turn around and then be like, oh, she's so this and she's so that, and these women are out here, they just want the richest guy, they want the tallest guy, they want the most handsomest guy. That's horrible.
I'm not mad at women who want men to have money.
They attracted to, well, some of them are sexual attracted to, but also if I'm gonna build a life with this dude, we have to have a plan. Most dudes don't have plans. They have unrealistic realities of what they feel this woman should be doing. Like, yo,
really, women ain't really had like a lot of time. Like just my mom used to tell me when she was growing up, she couldn't even get a bank account unless there was a dude there. Unless there was a guy there, she couldn't even get a bank account.
Right.
And that's not too long ago, right? You know, just think about this. 1980, from 1981 to today, it's about 40 something years, right? From 1938 to 1980, it's about 40 something years.
Right.
So 1938, you know, you think about the times back then and then come up from there. Not a lot of time. So my thing is, as a woman back then, you attached yourself to what you thought was going to be the most resourceful, what you thought was going to be that was going to help you out in this world today. And this thing, love wasn't really in a lot of marriages.
Love is a new concept.
It wasn't in a lot of marriages and things like that. It was provision.
To get into marriages. Yeah.
It was provisions. Can this person provide for me? And then if he treats me nice, that's a plus. That's a real good plus. Like, you know, girl, he treats you nice too. Like, you know, he'll help you out, but do this. That's a real big plus. So do we really think, because we just keep reinventing the wheels and putting new names on it, that a lot of things have really changed that much?
It hasn't.
Like, do you think a lot of things has changed that much? Oh, now she makes her own money. The provision, the direction, and all that. Did that really change that much? The decision making and stuff. A lot of that stuff still hasn't changed. So why do we expect?
Not as much. I remember ARC. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. Says all the time about why second wave feminism came out. Most women was marrying guys they really did not want to, but they were being forced by their fathers and everything. Now, you know what? I want to marry the guy that I want. And I'm not faulting them for it, because and think about it in reverse. I don't want to marry a woman that people feel like I should be forced to like that. No.
And I'm glad you said that. Now, I'm going to hit y'all with something that a lot of people don't think about. This is the real reason why a lot of guys have an issue with career women. Think about it. Because if you're dealing with a professional woman who has her own money, what's the one thing she don't need a man for? Money. So that means she can afford to be picky about actually dealing with men that she genuinely cares about, aka love, and that she is sexually attracted to. So the reason why a lot of guys feel some way about the quote-unquote modern woman who's a professional woman is because they cannot influence her with money like maybe their father could, or their grandfather could, or their great-grandfather could. But guess what they do? This is why the allure of going overseas is so popular, because those are the women they can influence with money. See, when a woman got money, she can be pickier about who she fuck with, right? And this is why a lot of guys are upset in the U.S. Now, me personally, I don't care about a woman's degree and all that other shit. I ain't fucking with no broke chick, though. But I don't care about a woman's degree and all of that, right? So if a woman is throwing that out like she's automatically a good catch simply because she's educated and she got money, the average guy, unless he's a broke nigga trying to use her for his money, ain't really impressed with none of that shit. But again, it's about leverage. It's about leverage. If you looked at the clip earlier, old girl was talking about power, about older guys who are wealthy dealing with younger chicks, because what do younger chicks typically don't have? Money. So it's leverage. It's them using access to resources as leverage to not only get the woman, but try and get the woman to do what they want. And the reality of it is, yes, you can get women to cooperate, but cooperation doesn't equate to respect, though.
Facts. Exactly. I always said that. I said that too with that lady in the video. She's mostly talking about tricks, because that don't apply to most older men and younger women that way. If she don't respect you that way in that level, it's always going to be a transactional in that way and stuff. But also too, I always tell dudes there's other ways. Okay, if you get a woman making more money, you can have power over. Teach her how to double and triple her money smarter. That's your job as the man. You know what? I know how you can triple and double your money, have your money work for you instead of you working for your money. A woman will respect you even harder that way, because most men don't provide that for her. So if she makes more money out of you, but you have the ability to double, triple that and everything, that's the most powerful weapon you have. It's like the old saying, teach a man how to fish, he knows how to fish for a lifetime.
Right. Exactly.
I would definitely say yeah, and put that as one of your Batman utility belts. That's just one thing that makes you into the man that you should want to be next to.
But
so, you know, and that's why I'm saying.
Real quick. If she ain't sexually attracted to you, none of that shit matters. There has to be genuine attraction first, and then
And the reason why I was mentioning back in the day with the resource and the ladies and stuff, that this is not an old thing. You know, disingenuine and looking for resources and not really being attractive to who you were with, only for resources, is not a bad thing. I mean, it's not a new thing. It's an old thing. So what's the most consistent thing that you could have in any interaction when dealing with anybody? And that's you.
Exactly.
Right? And you understanding what you want, what you will accept, and go from there if you're looking for something genuine. The thing is, I just know a lot of guys out here, they lie to themselves. They are out there having fun, tricking off money, thinking it's all cool. And then they fall for one girl. They fall for this girl. And then when she don't reciprocate what they're trying to do, now all of a sudden she's a this or she's a that.
Right.
The other ones, he didn't care too much about. It's almost like I'm not a strip club person. I don't go to strip clubs. It's not the thing I do. If I do go, you know, it's because the rest of the fellas want to go and I sit and I order whatever it's supposed to be the best food, you know, at the club. And I'm the guy that sits way in the back. And strippers come to me and they say, "Hey, what's up? You want to dance?" I say, "Nah, I don't want to dance, but that guy is staring at you. You might want to go dance with him."
That's me, J. Room. I said,
I said, now what's so funny is after a while, there'd be a whole bunch of strippers just sitting there talking. We're laughing. We're having a good time because they know I'm not over here for all this ingenuous stuff. It's real conversation. And, you know, a lot of times I get their real names and I tell them my name and stuff. Or, you know, if I get the fake name at first, I give them a fake name and I make it something just ridiculous, you know, saying, you know, Jaquia Quay something, that's my name. They'd be like, "No, ain't your name." No, it's not. But you know, Cinnamon ain't your name either. So, you know, but we get to a point where it's genuine conversation. I don't want any interaction that's not genuine. That's just not my style. And I don't care. Now, the guys at the tip bar and you throwing it up and you want to shake her, they have her look at you and dance on your lap. That's cool. That's your thing. It just ain't my thing. The thing is, I've seen guys that be trying to fall in love in a strip club, like really pull one out of the strip club, right? So the whole interaction has been a transactional interaction. It has been disingenuous the whole time, but now you trying to, you know, oh man, you cannot.
Not throwing your way into the pussy.
Yeah, but if a house is built on shaky ground from the beginning, it ain't a cool foundation.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that principle apply to relationships? Like,
well, it's
even some fundamental principles.
But Jay Roman, to your point, because I've pulled some strippers out of strip clubs, but you can't spend no money though. You can't go in there tipping them and getting lapped. You can't spend no money on them, right? I remember one time I called a stripper. I was sitting at the bar. I called over to come talk to me, and I told her, you know, give me your real name, not your stripper name. So we started talking. And she said, "You gonna buy me a drink?" And I told her straight up, "I ain't buying your shit." Just like that. I ain't buying your shit. You know what I'm saying? Now if you want to get up and move around, then by all means do so. But if you want to sit here and have a genuine conversation with me, we gonna have one where I ain't spending no money though. Right? And she sat there and we chopped it up and we made some plans to hook up. But I'm already showing her out the gate. I'm not these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of yours. I'm not a client. I'm not a customer. I'm none of that shit. This is why I'm sitting at the bar away from the poles because I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here just chilling with my boy because he's here for that. I'm just chilling. But y'all got it.
It's the reason why I'm sipping a 0.5 milliliter every 30 minutes because they're gonna make me buy another drink if this one goes empty. So I'm not sipping this drink until it goes empty. Right now, you know what's crazy, Zach? I was in one, and before I leave, she goes, "I can't give you my number here," and I never asked for the number. She said, "Oh, I can't give you my number here." I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And next thing you know, she come back with a napkin with her number.
That's right.
Exactly. It's like
something I never asked for. You know, so now my thing is that people usually get what they promote and the stuff they put out there. So if you put a tricks mentality in, then why wouldn't you expect the trick to come back?
I don't know. It's an ego thing, a pride thing. I just want a woman who genuinely wants to fuck with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no fake shit. Because I'm not a fake individual. I'm not a phony individual. There's nothing about me that's disingenuous. So why would I want to deal with a woman who's bringing that type of energy my way? I don't want nothing to do with that. I like real connections, genuine connection with women, even if it's just casual. I still like that shit to be genuine. Like if she called a nigga and she be like, "I miss you. I've been thinking about you." It ain't because she want me to take her out somewhere and she just saying that so I can spend some money. No, she genuinely want to get next to a nigga and see a nigga. To me, I'm rolling with that shit. I can't do the other shit. Now, if guys can do that and you want to live in this fantasy land, like what she's saying to you is real, nigga, go ahead and trick yourself. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it.
I will say some of y'all is
we all do. That's what I always say. If you want to make an honest woman out of her, it starts off with you as the man. You have to start off being truthful to yourself and stuff. Because if you're not truthful to yourself and providing a lie to the woman and coming out her indirectly, lying and everything, what makes you think she's going to be truthful to you?
Facts.
And when things backfire, you can't point fingers at her. You point fingers at you. Exactly. You was the source.
Yep. And that's the story of all them rich simp niggas. Yep, they want to point fingers after when it's too late. But caller, we're gonna move to another call, man. Thanks for supporting the show, man. We appreciate you.
Definitely, y'all. I'm gonna sit back and watch the show, man. Take care, enjoy your weekend, man.
All right, man. You too, brother. Hey. All right, so we got 240. You want to say something, Kay?
No, real quick. Hey, like the live stream, J Roman side, my side. Also, guys, you can donate if you want to. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? You know, feel free to let that money go. But go ahead, fam.
All right, so we got 240. I think this is 50 Fitzwell, Touchmaster. What's going on with you?
What's up? Happy? Yeah, what's up? Y'all good weekend going on here.
Hey, you good, man? You sound like you stumbling your words a little bit, man. You all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Shit,
Okay.
I'm in ecstasy. I'm good.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, man. So what you want to talk about?
The subject matter is now negotiation. That's interesting because, you know, I grew up, I didn't have to negotiate when other people I saw did. Mm-hmm. The reason why I didn't have to negotiate because I wasn't privy to all the goodness in the projects. I wasn't the one that was the, you know, light skin, you know, dude back. This is back in the 70s, taking y'all way back before y'all. But you know, it never changed. It never changed. You had people, guys, who were always about the fanfare. I got the baddest bitch. I got the baddest car. And today, I got the baddest clothes and I got the baddest animal, i.e. Pit Bull. So you look at it and it's the same shit. It has never changed. And I see it day in and day out. So with me back in the 70s, I didn't have none of that. But I had a mouthpiece because I had to. Because according to them, I was feature challenged, which I didn't know what that meant. So, you know, I had to talk my way through a lot of stuff. And I put it this way, I got a lot of revenge pussy. They know their man was fucking up. So here they are, they bouncing, tapping the me. I'm coming in the building. Hey, what you doing? Come on upstairs. Let's see. That's the way I got it. It was never negotiation with me. It was always, yeah, okay, let's go. Let's do this, in and out. I never bothered them. I never chased them after that. None of that. And that's what my experience was with that in the projects. So, that you do need, some of these guys think they need to negotiate, but if they just be honest with they self, not with the woman, with they self, it will come through and the woman will see authenticity. That's what it is. Just be honest with yourself.
Linwood, see, but Linwood. But see, the problem with a lot of guys, the reason why guys want to negotiate with their resources is because they don't think a woman would want them without it. So that comes from self-esteem issues, insecurity issues, a lack of self-assuredness.
And media.
Well, but this is what guys tend to do. Guys will look at a woman that they think is attractive, and they'll automatically say, I know she's getting hit on by guys that got money. There's no way she would deal with me unless I get on the same level as those other guys that she's dealing with. So I gotta step to her with money because she seems like she's the type of chick that guys with money is gonna fuck with, right? And what guys fail to understand, again, and it goes back to what I said earlier, when a woman is sexually attracted to you and she's genuinely attracted to you, money isn't the reason why she's fucking with you. Now, if you want to make the argument that there are women out here that will have sex with broke niggas, and they will. There are plenty of women out here, very attractive women, that will have sex with dudes that really don't got it going on financially, but because they are sexually feeling that dude, they will. Now, when it comes to getting into a relationship, now you might have some women that are going to be a little choosier and pickier about actually getting into a relationship, because that's where money plays a bigger factor, is in the quality of life. You know what I'm saying, that people have when it comes to raising families and shit like that. But when it comes to casually dating and people just dealing with each other, when it comes to people's desire to want to have sex, you ain't got to have no bread for that. Now, and when I say you ain't got to have no bread, what I'm saying, I'm not saying be broke. What I'm saying is you can be a nigga that got money, but you ain't got to use your money to deal with the woman. I want to separate that, because a lot of times when we say that, guys tend to misconstrue shit, and they think we mean being broke. No, you can be a dude where you got plenty of money, you got 2 whips in the garage, but you don't lean on that. You don't lead with that. You lead with yourself, and you just happen to be a sexually appealing man who happens to have money, but you don't need that to get the woman. But y'all got it.
Exactly. Another thing is this, moving forward, I like to thank all you guys, that you guys your cigars and your beers and your bourbon or whatever you do, because this game, I always transfer game into my career. Well, I just became international consultant because what? I knocked on doors and I got into Barbados where my ex-wife is, and now I'll be down there teaching for 4 months, man. And then they hooking me up with all the rest of the islands. No, I'm not a passport bro. No, I'm not. But I'm going to use my passport to get all my money that I can. So and the negotiations with this part, with as far as the business, is working out well, because everything is what I'm saying, they're saying yes to. Facts. Everything. And I'm like, yeah, this is my game. Everything I'm saying is they have not said no to anything.
And shout out to Mr. 1950 in the chat. Shout out to 1950. And guys, y'all could catch us on the Real Game No Theory show tomorrow. But congratulations, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was to me, it was easy because I had to, I have to sell myself anyway. So I just told them what I did. They asked me for some credentials. We've been on the phone. We have a meeting every Friday, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm up, committed. They there too. They on the phone, 7 o'clock in the morning on WhatsApp, and we scoping and we mapping it out. So it's still happening. I'm going down there next month to lay the groundwork. January, I'll be down there for an extended period of time. In fact, I might not be back in the U.S. for a couple of years because I'll be island hopping because they got shit going around in the CARICOM Islands. So, and that game is working. I use the game exactly how to get in there. You just tell them what I wanted, tell them how I saw it happen, and they got yes. Okay, yes. I'm like, okay. Cool.
That's what's up.
So, use that game, fellas. Y'all out there tricking and shit. Trick who you are. Don't trick your money. Trick who you are.
Right.
Sell yourself to these women, man. And speaking of marriage, I see something I want to marry. And, and it's interesting. It ain't for love. It ain't for pussy. It's just for the business aspect. It goes deep, but like you said, K-Zag, back in the day, people to get married for love, they got married for business, land deals, business deals, corporation. That's the way it is. And I'm looking at somebody now like, you know what? You got assets. You got a lot of connected assets and stuff I need that can pivot, and we can blend that and put right in there. But if you be known, this is just business. Sign here.
Yeah, it's just and I think that's where a lot of people lost it at, because women were the first ones to talk about love. I don't want, they were the first ones to talk about being married to men that they weren't sexually attracted. They weren't sexually attracted to these men. Oftentimes they weren't physically or sexually attracted to these men, and they didn't really love these men like that, right? So women were the first ones to complain about being put into these arranged marriages, and they wanted to pick the man that they actually gave a fuck about, and the man gave a fuck about them. Now this flip where dudes is just talking about love and shit. No, what you should be talking about is duty. Dealing with a woman who's a dutiful wife. She understands the assignment of what it means to be married to you, and she's actually a helpmate. That's the whole point. But you got dudes that's talking about all this love shit. And then what happens is they love the woman, so they want to provide for the woman on the strength that they love her. And it's like, no, if you're going to provide for a woman who's a dutiful woman, right? And she's doing her duty. And that's why you're providing for her, because she's actually doing something where she's an asset to you, and how she looks, your feelings for her, and sex aren't the motivating factors. I'm not saying those things don't factor into you desiring to fuck with her, but when you desire to get into a relationship or a marriage with a woman, how you feel, sex, and how she fucking look should not be the main motivating factors for why you're deciding to fuck with her. It should be because she's doing something for you where she's an asset to you, and she actually enhances your situation. But y'all got
exactly.
I don't know if you guys ever seen like some old time people.
Before I go,
have you ever seen those old couples? Those really honest old couples, the ones that's been married for years, and when they talk about when they first got together, it was always on like this person could do this and that person could do that, and then they always mention like it was like maybe like 10 years they fell in love, right? You know, they started to love, they grew to love the person, over time.
Grew to love. He said it for Owen.
Grew to love the person over time.
Grew to love, exactly.
So there'd be some real conversations, but the honesty of it, where they say, I didn't really know on the first year, I didn't really love him on the second year, but I grew to love him because he was an excellent father, provider, and they go down the list of all the things that were done for the person. So it's kind of interesting that I still don't understand it. It just baffles me. People keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. If you really want something genuine, then act genuine. But if you don't, then keep tricking and you won't get anything genuine. So that's just the way it goes. It's not rocket science. It's not some special equation for it. The thing is, if you're out there and you're using your money to attract people, and that's the most attractive thing for them, then when it's gone, or you want them to be genuine and it has nothing to do with the money, what do you expect them to act like? It's not some hard equation.
Yo, real quick. I know this dude, and if you're watching this, I'm not gonna say your name. I know this dude who got divorced, and he has a child with the woman. He was a hardworking dude. He got divorced. Less than a month later, the chick moved in, a broke nigga with no job. Moved him in the crib. Right? So I said all that to say this. See, guys, they think, oh, well, if I love this woman and I spoil her and I do all of this shit for her, she'll love me and she'll know that I love her. And they think that shit equates to loyalty and respect. And this is why I say sexual attraction is not logical. Because was it more logical for her to stay with her husband, a man who was a provider and the father of her child, or to move in this broke nigga who was just fucking the dog shit out of her? You know what I'm saying? And that was her main motivation, to get the nigga who was the provider type out and move in a broke nigga who was fucking her senseless. Right? Okay. This is why a lot of guys, they always try to make logic of the shit that women do. And when it comes to sexual attraction, you can't. You can't make logic of it. There's nothing logical about that. But y'all got it.
I got one question before I go.
Okay.
One question before I go. And I think I posed this before. And it's just a question. It's not for the answers. It's rhetorical. For you guys out there that want to get a pearl, if you want to bitch and moan and grunt. If a woman says she the prize, let's ask the question, have you ever given a prize away that you won? Well, why does the family have to get rid of your ass? Pay to get rid of your ass? Why do Africans got to give you cows to get rid of your ass? And why does the family have to pay a dowry to get rid of their daughter if you're the prize? I'm just asking. Just a question. All right, I got to go. Got a client. Yo, take it easy.
All right, have a good one, man. Enjoy your weekend, 50. Thanks for supporting the show. Take it easy. All right, so guys, Well, we got about 30 minutes left. Make sure y'all call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392.
I want to go back to this. As he said, with a woman who chooses to sleep with a man she's not generally attracted to, consider low-hanging fruit for not picking a man she wants. Well, let me say this. Okay, guys, when you hear women complain online about dating, the reason why they're complaining is because they can't get the man that they want. That's why they're complaining. They can't get the man that they want. Or in some cases, they got to share him and they don't want to share him. So when a woman is dealing with a man who can provide a lifestyle for her that she can't provide for herself, I don't necessarily look at her as low-hanging fruit. She's doing what she got to do. To me, that's logical. This is why when guys complain about women wanting dudes for money, that's logic. For a woman to deal with a dude because he can provide a lifestyle for her that she can't provide for herself, that's logic for her to make that decision. So I'm not mad at that. Right. My only thing with guys is when you're dealing with a woman who views you in such a way, know that that's why she's dealing with you, though, is because you can provide an opulent lifestyle, an extravagant lifestyle that she can't provide for herself. So she's fucking with you. But understand, though, when it comes to who she actually wants,
right,
she's going to be cheating on you with that dude. Just understand that, though. Okay, you're the money man. You provide the lifestyle. So the guy that she might be cheating with, it doesn't mean that he can't provide the lifestyle. He just won't. You know what I mean? Because he don't got to provide that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with her. He can just dick her down and that's it. You're the dude that you have to pay bills for her to fuck with you. He don't. That's the difference. Y'all want to talk about that, or y'all want to get to the next question?
I just want to remind guys to stop asking why women do shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it really don't fucking matter. Like, I keep telling dudes, the only thing that matters is what you want to do and the actions that you take. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why you waste time worrying about what a woman is doing unless she's following your instructions.
I could care less. I could care less about why a woman wants that man, or why a woman ain't returning calls, or why a woman flaked or go. Who cares?
No, it really don't matter.
It don't matter. Bro, if a woman isn't doing what's conducive to your bottom line, who gives a fuck what she's doing? It's irrelevant. To me, it's irrelevant.
That's true.
So Bobby Smith says, I had a woman tell me, maybe we will hang out again during the first date. Should I pursue? Y'all want to answer that? I'm not even going to answer this for you.
I had a woman tell me, maybe we will hang out again during the first date. Should I pursue or charge? Yeah. Maybe is pretty much a red flag. Maybe is pretty much a red flag. So you can charge that to the game. Because if I'm on a first date with a chick and in my perspective, things are going good, and I say, hey, when are you free next week or whatever? And then she's like, oh, well, maybe this or maybe that. Then she's letting me know that from her perspective, the date probably not going as well as I thought. So that's it. Because if the date is going that well, she's going to be like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm, what's today? Thursday? You know what? Actually, I'm free. Usually I'm free Thursdays. Like, she'll lay it out for you. Like, whatever Thursday like, she'll say to you, whatever Thursday you want is yours. You understand? That type of shit. So when the chicks start talking that maybe shit, or, my job kind of been real busy lately and I don't know. Yeah, say no more.
Maybe means I might have something better. Let me judge what's better in my life right now on what I want to do. And when I'm bored, I will contact you so you can entertain me. You court gesture.
There you go.
You fool.
Y'all guys got to stop accepting crumbs from women. You got to. Let me say this real quick. Because he said, should I pursue? I did a video years ago on my original channel. And I was talking, and I said, I think it was titled, Pursue Women, Fall Back and Let Them Chase You. And what I meant by that is, once you let a woman know that you're interested in dealing with her, that's all you got to do. Just let her know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And if she's feeling you, then she going to come for you. Like Miles is saying, she going to let you know, I'm free on this day, I want to see you again.
Facts. 513, you are on live with K Zag and J Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's up, Miles, K Zag and J Roman? This is Chris, age 40, Cincinnati.
Hey, Chris, what's going on, man? How you been?
Not much. I'm doing well, man. Just being grateful.
That's what's up, man. So what's going on with you?
No, man, I want to talk to you guys about this money thing. Listen, there's a new dating show now that you can now look at these men's bank statement dating show now.
What?
So women can now look at your bank statement.
What's the name of the show? What's the name of the show?
Oh, I think it's had something to do with accounting or something like that.
Oh,
but I would make sure I have $13 in there.
Yeah,
there's a new show called Trick Tank, where
which is
literally looking for chicks to trick on.
And they're basically they're offering a chick. Basically, the guys are trying to up each other. I'll do this for you. I'll do this for you. Then another guy try to up it.
And that's part of the point I was gonna make. How freaking just come on, fellas, we got to do better. Like, if she says maybe, to me that's an immature statement.
Well, it's a no.
Because
maybe
I'm
it's a no.
I'm hanging out with a grown person that has a schedule, that goes to work, that takes care of her. So if I say, hey, what's up with Friday? And Friday is busy. You say Friday is busy. Let me look. Hey, next Tuesday, what's up? That's somebody that wants to see you, wants to involve yourself with you. But a maybe to me is an immature statement. And I got to start. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, I don't really date immature people.
No, I wouldn't even go that far. If a woman says,
people. No, I'm not saying this to her.
Yeah, I know.
My mentality should already be this. Just like if I meet somebody and they're talking all about money and wondering what I do and all this other stuff. Well, guess what? I already know where your head is at. This is a no-go. And the thing is, we make it harder. Guys make it harder for themselves when they're always trying to pander and be the court jester for women to choose me. When you're doing that, what else do you expect to get besides these women that are only going to look at you as their entertainment?
But this is how I know that guys don't have standards. Because if you have standards and if you dealt with women who actually want you and they're beating down your door to get at you, you know the difference between genuine attraction. Again, everything in life is a negotiation except genuine attraction versus a woman who ain't really feeling you. Because we go back to the question, like, should I pursue her? Pursue what, bro? You want crumbs. Like you turn it into a pussy beggar at that point. Right. So once you have standards, you know the difference between a woman you have in your presence who really, really wants you and she wants to get next to you versus a woman who ain't really feeling you. So why would you deal with the second one? But Carla, you got it. You got it, Carla.
So yeah, Chris, you have any other questions?
No. Well, here's my thing. How come we as men aren't boycotting that show? How come there's guys that are going to be on that show?
Oh,
I'm not boycotting nothing, bro. I'm letting niggas do what they do. Do what you do.
I hope all the lames run to it.
Yeah, bro. See, Chrislyn, we need these type of shows, the balloon pop, the pineapple, and all these shows. All it does, it just shows how inept a lot of men are, and the fact that a lot of these guys, they have no standards, they have no concept of self-value, self-worth, self-love, self-respect. They have none of that. So what the whole showing women bank statements, the whole tricking show, all it shows is the mentality of the average guy and guys that are out here where they think that that's what it is, that all men adhere to this type of thinking. No, we need this to show how lost young men are nowadays and how much we're actually needed out this motherfucker.
And just think, somebody's going to be the winner of that show. And he's going to be happy too.
Yep.
Jesus.
The winner is actually the loser, but you know, who's counting?
Yeah. I'll make sure I have $13 in there. Well, you can't buy me nothing. I'll buy you an ice cream cone and we're going to share it.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing, Chris. There's always a guy. There's always a guy that's willing to sell his soul. You know, so he makes it tough on the rest of us. And truthfully, like, we need guys like that because everybody's different. Everybody got their own masculine identity, and although some identities are not that masculine.
True.
I'm glad you said that part, man.
But it creates a longing where even the ladies don't even understand.
Right.
They long for a certain type of guy, and which makes them goofy in the long run, because they making unlogical decisions, kicking out the moneymaker, like Zach said, you kicking out the moneymaker to bring in the bum, because
we need. Here's the thing, we need, and I hate the alpha male, beta male distinction, but we need beta males make the world go round, right? And I say that to say this: we need the beta males to do everything for women just because they're women that real niggas won't do. Okay, we need that. We need that, because if I'm dealing with a woman and all I'm doing is dicking her down and she wants a nigga to take her out, there needs to be dudes who are willing to do that just because. There has to be that dynamic, just like you can't have good without bad, light without dark, right? So you need those dudes who are going to do those type of things for women just because that woman is pretty and she got a vagina. We those dudes, we need those guys. We need them. But we still need a contingent of real men out here. We still need that, though.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yes, you're right. You're right. But my thing is, men can't complain about delusional, but when you're actually contributing to the actual delusion
exactly
by doing on that show, that's all that I'm saying.
Right. Well, but men, look, it's like I was saying at the beginning of the show, and shout out to the man Mindset, Steve the Dean. He says, respect to the weak males. Thanks for your service. It's like I was saying in the beginning, where it's like there's always all of these things that these guys complain about when it comes to women, they've created. You understand? All of them, every last one of them, the hypergamy, the gold digging, because they give the women the money. They lead with their wallets. And then when they find out that the women don't really like them, for them, they get resentful, and then they blame the women, but they don't realize that they're the ones that started it. So it's the same shit. Like I'm telling you, if men were actually smart, none of these fucking shows would exist. None of them. You understand? If men thought critically, none of them would exist. Because these dudes don't. I doubt you catch any one of us niggas on any one of them shows.
Oh hell no.
You see what I'm saying? I doubt you catch that, because dudes, I don't know, man. And you try to show them, you try to teach them, but I don't know. They do what they got to do at the end of the day. So it is what it is. I don't know.
Hey, you have the you having the same reaction I have. You're like, come on, fellas. There's a run GNS. I like the way he put it. You can't remove anyone from the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. No, we need them. We need, bro. We need them. We need them. We need them, bro. We need the weak niggas. You know what I'm saying? They need to exist. The problem is there's too many of them. They're like fucking roaches. That's the problem. There's too many of them. We need them, but there's too many of them. Right. So what we need to do is we need to grab some young man and be like, no, we can't have everybody being weak out here. Okay, because we need y'all to carry on the legacy. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a time when we long gone, right? So we still going to need, shout out to Taekwondo and other young men coming up, dudes in their 20s and early 30s, that's about the game. We still need them to carry on the legacy. You know what I'm saying? So that way.
SIP quota's filled up already.
Yeah, the SIP quota was overfilled. This is why I say, bro, if we were in a lunchroom and you took a look at the winner's table, there's empty seats. But if you look at the loser side, niggas are sitting on each other's laps. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many of them. Go ahead.
All right, caller.
Absolutely. All right. See y'all. See y'all in Miami.
Yeah, see you in Miami, brother. Appreciate you for calling the show. Thanks for your support, bro. Have a good day. Be safe. Sure. And make sure you check us out tomorrow. Real Game No Theory, 12 noon Eastern time. All right?
You know it.
All right. Peace, bro. All right.
All right. So let's get back. Hold on. What this is? Hold on. All right here. So JBone93 says, how do I not let my finances determine my happiness, gratitude? How do I keep that same confidence when my money looking good versus when my money is looking low? See, okay, a lot of you guys, you have deep-rooted insecurity issues. You have deep-rooted self-esteem issues. It's deep, right? And hip-hop music has a little bit to do with that, right? Because of the lifestyle that they perpetuate. Right. As a matter of fact, hip hop music has a lot to do with that, right? And then could you see it play out on the IG where dudes got the money, they renting cars and they taking videos with the cars and all this other shit. So that right there, and J-Bone 93, I would venture to say that you're probably the type of guy you compare yourself to other men. A lot of guys who lack confidence because of their finances is because you're comparing yourself to another man's lifestyle or what you believe another man's lifestyle is. Okay, and I'm gonna pass it to y'all. Let me say this. I had a client, I haven't talked to him in a while. If you're listening, you know who you are. He lives in Atlanta. He used to kind of think this way a little bit because he would go to nightclubs and he would see Bentleys in the parking lot, Ferraris in the parking lot and all this other type of shit. And he automatically will start to feel less than. Like, man, when I go up in this club, ain't no woman gonna want me because look at all these whips out here. You know what I'm saying? So he's thinking, because I roll up in a regular car, you know what I'm saying, a Toyota or a Nissan or whatever, the type of car I have, it don't compare to these, so why would she want me? So he's already putting himself behind the 8 ball based on these other cars. So he's already comparing what he can afford juxtaposed to what other men can afford. So a lot of you guys who have low self-esteem is because you're looking at other men's situations and comparing yourself to them like you're less than those men. Right, so you already fucked up. So my thing is this: regardless of whether you have money or not, you should still have a sense of confidence in who you are as a man. Because I don't give a fuck if I've dealt with chicks that dealt with dudes that made 2 or 3 times more than those men, more than I made. But they wanted me though. They wanted me more than them niggas. So what is it about me that them guys don't have? I don't know, my masculine identity, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of niggas that got money, but they're lame, though. There's a lot of weak-ass niggas that got money, but they lame-ass niggas. And a lot of dudes who got money are actually insecure dudes, which is why they use their money to begin with to try and win the affection of women because they don't believe in themselves. So if you don't believe in yourself when you don't have money, you're not going to believe in yourself when you get money. Because you're using the money to get the thing you felt you couldn't get when you didn't have it. So you still don't believe in yourself. Everything you have is just a house of cards. But go ahead.
I'll say this. Money is, we have to remember that money is a tool, right? Money is only one measure of the value that's inside of us. And there's a lot of different things that can show you and measure the value that's inside of you. And, you can, because you can have a lot of connections. You can have a lot of resources. You can have more important than money. You can have more time than another person. You understand? You can be more available than another person. You can have more knowledge. There's a lot of different things that are a measurement of the value inside of a person. Money is just one of them. So if you say, how do I not let my finances determine my happiness and gratitude? If it take money for you to be grateful for life, then nigga, you already lost. You understand? Because money is a material external thing. Gratitude has to do with the choice that you make, and it has to do with what you believe inside. You understand? So money's external. You can't allow it to determine the internal. That's really what it is. So J-Bone, you're really doing 2 different things right now. You understand? You're trying to determine the value inside by looking at external things. And the value inside is way more complex and way more, it has way more value than just any one external material thing.
I just want to know, what are you doing where your money fluctuates so much? Like, I can understand there's some low periods. Everybody goes through those. But, you should, if your money's going up and down, there's something you're definitely doing money wise. And I'm just going to get on the money thing because like Miles is saying, happiness and money should not be together. That shouldn't be in the same sentence.
Right.
People say good morning to me and they say, how's your morning? I said, well, I woke up breathing. So it was a great start. Yep. So, that's what I want, is to wake up and go from there. Right. So, as long as you're able to work, and as long as you're able to think, strive to obtain more, have a plan, then you should have some sort of happiness about you to have the ability to do those things. Because there's people that don't have the ability to do those things on their own, or they have some things, going on with them. They can't do it like they used to, or, have the ability to move. So if you can move and do things on your own and gain, then your happiness and the gratitude for life should automatically be there. Now, your fluctuation of money means you've been making some bad moves with the money that you got, or, not holding a job down or something. You might want to think about, why ain't I holding a job or being able to hold on to money because I'm going through these ups and downs? That might be a bigger issue than determining your happiness. So, but anyway, that's about it on that one.
We could, guys, call in. Got about 15 minutes left, or we could get to the next question. Danny Boy says, "Is it bad if I left a girl with another guy that approached her in front of me during first date?"
No.
I mean, did he approach her and just say hi? I mean, when you say left,
yeah, it depends on what happened. I need to know what happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, what happened? Because was he? Because they could have known each other. They could have been co-workers or what. So my thing is, did he approach her and say, "Hey, girl, what's up?" And they give each other a hug, and you just walk off? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of emotional, right? But if he was clearly hitting on her and she basically just was ignoring you, then that's different. But if they were just chit-chatting because they know each other, then yeah, you can't let that bother you.
Mm-hmm. It's hard for me, fellas, because when we read questions like this, I'm automatically putting a certain amount of game into it, right? So I was already at the end one where, hey, they might have been vibing, doing our little first date and said, all right, hey, y'all have a good time, I'm out, right? So, not an emotional out, but hey, apparently this connection is forming right in front of my eyes, and I need to dip.
Yeah. If you see it, yeah. And I know Miles. I think Miles got a story. Don't you got a story like that where that happened? Where a chick was out on a date with a dude, and y'all was talking like in a group, but the woman started showing interest in you, and the guy just dipped on out.
No, I have a story where a chick was on a blind date and she didn't like the nigga and then she ended up.
Yeah, there you go. All right, there you go. All right.
Yeah. She was on a blind date and she apparently didn't like the dude, and then the dude went to the bathroom, and then I started spitting whatever I spit to her or whatever, and then she ended the date. She told him that she had to go, and then she ended up coming home with me.
Hey, it be like that, but you can't be mad at that though, right? Like Jay Roman is saying, if you recognize and realize that she, got an eye for someone else, all you do is keep it pushing. But you guys, you can't be going out on a first date with a woman. And Danny Boy, I'm not saying that this was your mindset. You cannot be going out on a date with a woman that you just met and have this mind. I don't want you talking to nobody. If anybody approach you, shoot them down. No.
I need the context, man. It seems kind of weird and weird. I need the context. So, Danny Boy, you got a couple minutes, man. Call in if you want to explain what happened. But other than that, we get to another question. Guys, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Zay says, "Can I watch the movie with the Game Kings through Miles' membership?" Yeah, if you get on it for $1, you'll be getting the basic membership, right? You'll be getting the basic membership which doesn't have the documentary or the seminars on it. But what you can do is you can go and if you get the next tier, you still get basically a $90-something discount on the next tier. You understand? The next tier costs a little bit more, and you get like a $95 discount on the on that membership. So it's still good value, and then you get all the bonus material and all that too. So yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, that's it. Hold on.
Oh, that's it for questions?
This is one question. Since there ain't no questions, I'll throw it up. Can you expand on saying it ain't tricking if you got it? Bro, it's just a trick saying. It's just a coping mechanism for I gotta spend this money. Right? Because y'all got to remember that a lot of these guys that got money, they were mainly motivated to get it so they can get attractive women. Right? That's why they were mainly. See, if you're mainly motivated to get money because you want a particular lifestyle for yourself, and a byproduct of that is that because you have money, that puts you in certain places where you meet, attractive women, that's different. But if you're mainly motivated to get money because you feel like women aren't really into me and I need money to be able to, have access to that, a particular attractive woman, there are guys, they feel like they don't look at it as tricky. They feel like it's normal. Well, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. Women are judged for their beauty, and their value is in their beauty, and my value is in my money. There's a lot of guys who really believe this. This is why when they get attractive women, it's a big deal for them because they're not used to it. Right? This is why you have some passport bros, they'll make videos, trying to talk about the game niggas, or these game dudes, these dating coaches, because, they are the tricky Negro, right? That the only way they can get attractive women to even look their way is if they spending money. So for them, that's validation for them to actually have attractive women around them, right? Because they never had that before. They're not used to that. So it's new to them. So for them, they feel like they are at the pinnacle of what it means to live life. Because they actually got attractive women fucking with them. Even though the only reason women are fucking with them is because of money, but how they rationalize it is just the way that it goes. It's par for the course that to deal with attractive women, you gotta have a certain amount of money and spend money. No, that's what sucker niggas do. That's what beta males do. That's what tricking niggas do. But
and it's also a slight jab on the guys that may have less money.
Yes,
right.
That's exactly that too.
It's also, like, 'cause that's what I was saying before, the difference between the rich trick or simp and, the middle class trick or simp and the lower class or the poor or broke, trick or simp. It's like all of them is simping and tricking, but they do it at different levels financially. You get what I'm saying? And the guy with all the money, he's like, well, since I got all the money in the world or my money is disposable or my money is unlimited, to me, he's like a cope. So he's saying to me, it's not really tricking because I'm not losing anything because my money's long.
Exactly.
You understand? And so what he's saying is that, I'm not even really tricking like that because I got a bunch of money. And I'm saying all of you, it's the broke guys who are actually tricking because they're spending money that they don't really have. But since I got it like that, I could spend it. But all of it is tricking. All of it. It don't matter if you're rich or broke. The bottom line is you are not leading with your personality. You are not leading with your identity. You are leading with money, which is an external thing. And the thing is that anything that's internal can be, you can, it's pure. It has substance, because the bottom line is the thing with money is that you can lose it and you can get it back. You understand? If you dealing with a chick, you want to know that you fucking with a chick that's going to be fucking with you, whether your money's long or your money's short.
And I'm glad you said that. This is why, because there's I don't know if it was a video or a post that went viral because a dude lost his job and a woman gave him 30 days to get another job, or she was leaving. Or I think she divorced him after 30 days because he didn't get a job. This is when you're dealing with a woman and she's mainly motivated to deal with you because of money or because you're paying all or most of the bills. Right. That's exactly what happens. When the money goes or something happens to your money, she's gone. Because that's the only reason why she's there. She's only there for that reason. And then guys get mad at the woman. Oh, these women ain't shit. That's the guy's fault. It's your fault that you chose that particular situation to place yourself in, right? And this is why we tell you guys, sexual attraction first, everything after that, right? Again, when we talk about everything in life is a negotiation except genuine attraction. If a woman is leaving you because you lost your job, now if you lost your job and you lazy and you ain't hustling to get it back and you living off her and you start abusing substances, that's different. But if you hustling to get a job and your woman can't hold you down for 30 days, nigga, this is a woman who, one, she don't respect you, and she was never genuinely attracted to you. She was only attracted to what you can do for her, and that's it, right? And a lot of guys are in that predicament, and you just don't realize it, right? A lot of times you don't realize it because you're blind.
All right, so we got 516. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got K-Zag, J. Roman, and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hi, what's going on, yo?
David 30. Quick question.
All right.
I want to know how do I attract women, females, without naturally, like not with my money.
We just told you, bro. Sexual attraction.
You got to work on yourself, bro. You gotta believe that you're attractive. Do you believe that you're attractive?
Not all the way.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Work to do.
That's what you got to do. You got to work on yourself. That's it.
Yeah, bro, guys.
Who you work on yourself for, though?
Well, let me say this real quick, Jay Roman. Guys, when you have low self-esteem or you're insecure about something or you lack confidence, the question is, how can I attract women naturally? Is what can I do to put myself in a position where I'm no longer insecure, where I have a great deal of self-esteem? You need to fix that first, because anytime you encounter a woman, when you have any residue of a lack of self-assuredness or insecurity or self-esteem issues, women are going to see that. You can't hide those things. Jay Roman, you got it.
Not in total agreement. I'm just saying, like, asking the question, what is he going to fix those things for? Because if you're fixing it for any woman, then it's still not going to work out, because it's not really for you. Because any part of the deficiencies that we have, or any part of things that we need to work on, you got to work on it for yourself.
Right.
To make yourself a better person, to build your Batman utility bill, for yourself, not anybody else. Because if it's all tied in somebody else, as soon as it doesn't work out, because you can never control anybody else, now we're back in the same spot. It's almost like, to me, what a self-inflicted prison rich guys have, right? And it's one of their problems that they would always discuss. They got so much money, they don't know who is genuinely around them and genuine because of just them. There's, in the back of their head, is always some clause about the money, even in not just relationships, just in interactions. Who's around me because I have money compared to who's around me because they're cool people, right? And so that's why it's hard for them to have real connections with people. It's hard for them to really connect and really stay connected, or relationships and things like that, because that's always in the back of their head. So,
I was going to say they have trust issues,
right?
But a lot of it is self-inflicted, and what I mean by that is because they only got to the money mainly motivated by wanting to deal with women. So now that women are fucking with you, now you're questioning why. They go, you know why? Go ahead.
Because in the background, they didn't really work on themselves automatically, right? They didn't work on themselves and realize that, hey, I have to be this person by itself without any money. So the same thing with any other thing. You have to build yourself without the thought of, when I do this, I'm going to get her.
Caller, is there one specific special woman out there that you're trying to get?
No, not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. It's a yes or no question, brother.
No.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, you let me ask you, do you like spending time by yourself?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you feel lonely?
Yeah, at times.
Then you don't like spending time by yourself. That was a lie.
Well, I'm learning to spend time with myself more.
You're learning to spend time. Wow, you're learning. Just like I think somebody mentioned it earlier about learning to love someone. You're learning to love yourself, huh? You're learning to enjoy your own company. So if you're still learning to enjoy your own company, what makes you think that a woman would enjoy your company?
True that.
Huh, caller?
I'm a great person.
Are you really? Do you really believe it? No, and I said it. Do you really believe that about yourself? Because if you feel like you was a great person, why do you got low self-esteem then?
Yeah, why are you learning to enjoy your own company if you're such a great person?
Because I recently got into a couple of relationships recently that, kind of, messed up my self-confidence stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was your confidence tied into the relationship?
And at the end of the relationship,
So your confidence is based on the success of your relationships with other people, correct?
Not
But that's what you just said. That's what you just said. You said those relationships you had was over and it fucked with your confidence. That's what you said. Are you not hearing yourself talk?
Right.
Y'all niggas don't be listening to yourselves.
Maybe.
What did you say, nigga? You said you had a couple relationships that went bad and it fucked with your confidence. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So the success of your relationships dictate your confidence. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that healthy or is it unhealthy? Which is it?
It's unhealthy.
Okay, so you need to work on yourself. You need to fix your shit. That's what you need to do. Because you claiming you such a great fucking person, but if a bitch break up with you, now all of a sudden you're not so sure.
And you're lonely.
And you're lonely.
This is why I say a lot of this shit you guys be feeling is deep rooted. It's deep, right? And in order to really help you, we need to get to the bottom of what occurred in your life that got you feeling this way. You know what I'm saying? We need to peel back the layers and get to the root cause, because it's not just women, bro. Something tells me you're probably a people pleaser. You probably the type of person where you only feel like you have a worthwhile life when you have people around you or people want to fuck with you. I know you seek validation. You definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? So at some point you have to figure out why. Why do you need people to be in your life for you to feel whole? Why do you feel lonely when people aren't there?
Right.
Because there's something that you believe about yourself, caller. The one thing you believe that you need to change is that you need to stop telling yourself that you're not enough. That's basically what's happening. Until you start telling yourself, and then not just start telling yourself, but until you actually know, not just believe, but until you know that you are enough, nothing's gonna really change for you, brother. You understand that?
How bad was these women?
I understand.
How they look?
Yeah, how did these women look in those relationships that went bad?
How they look?
They didn't look the best. I'm not gonna lie. It was really how the vibe was,
Say that again. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
It was about the attraction. It was about the looks. I mean, they looked good, but that wasn't. I wasn't really looking for that.
Why is your phone is breaking up real bad, man? I don't know what you're doing different, but don't do that.
Yeah, you need to get rid of that flip razor phone, bro.
The phone's starting to pop lock.
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, do you got us on speaker, or do you got AirPods in, or Bluetooth, or anything like that?
Yeah, I just took you off speaker.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Keep talking like that.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I don't really look for the looks. They look, but that's not what I really. That's not my go-to thing.
Oh, okay.
My thing is you like I always like to find some great things about the callers, right? Some good things about, and what it sounds like to me, you're on the cusp, because that's a good thing. You don't look for just looks. You got some other stuff you need to look for, but you need to do the same thing with yourself, though. Like you got to start looking at yourself in a way that's positive with the things that you do, and whatever you need to work on it, but work on it for you, though.
Yep.
Because there's man, I'm telling you, nothing should shake your confidence. Like a woman leaving should not shake your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she got some points about maybe, yeah. Now, if she got some points about you lazy, Hold on now.
Bro,
If she made some points when she walked off that you was lazy, you ain't got no job, you didn't do nothing. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, it shouldn't shake your confidence, but you should look at yourself and realize, okay, all right, I do need to work on some things as a man. And that should have nothing to do with the confidence of you. It should have to do with self-improvement. And I'm big on saying learn and grow. Zag is big on saying self-improvement, and Miles always talk about, the individual, improving the individual and making sure that you are whole all by yourself. You don't need nobody else to be whole.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes being honest with yourself and realizing, without no consideration of a woman, what do I look like? Because my manhood, your manhood has nothing to do with women.
No, not at all.
And I think people need to really start separating that. It has nothing to do with the woman. It's all about you. So if you were to judge yourself as a man, not talking about who's standing next to you, but just as a man, how are you judging yourself and what do you need to work on? And then do it. Get off your butt and do it.
There you go. So, caller, we're in overtime. You got any last questions or question?
Nah, I appreciate y'all guys for taking my call. Miles, K-Zach, and J Roman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely take that information, work on myself, become a better person.
All right, bro. And remember, the masculine identity membership is $1 right now for the first month. $1 for the first month. So you might want to take advantage of that while it's in effect. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna join soon as I end this call.
All right. Take it easy, brother. All right. Peace.
Here's one last question. I don't know if this guy is trolling or not. He says, I've been having sex with my ex for a month now and start to catch feelings again. Should I stop fucking her or tell her how I feel?
Nah, that's no. He gotta be
Yeah,
trolling.
there's a question before that one, maybe 3 up. I wanted to talk about.
But who's the name?
It was Jay Walker, I think. Jay Walker.
Are you talking about this one right here?
Yeah.
So this is what I would say. This is just for me. I have clients that listen to some of my shit, and I'll use Steve as an example. And then they'll mix some of what Steve says and what I say, and they fuck themselves up with women all the time.
Right.
all the time. So my thing is, it's okay to feel like, oh, I relate to all these guys on different levels, or there's things about what he says that I'm feeling, things about what he says. But if you're talking about coaching, I would strongly suggest you pick one.
Right.
Because we're all uniquely different. We may have some similarities here and there, but we're all uniquely different men. You know what I'm saying? So if you try and say, oh, I'm going to use that philosophy, but I'm going to use a little bit of that and kind of mix the two. A lot of times it's literally mixing oil and water. Right. And all you doing is fucking up your situation with women in some cases. But y'all got it.
I would say, I don't know if this person knows jujitsu or did any training like that, and they got the tiger, they got the bear, they got different things. As you're practicing a belt or a animal or something, you don't practice another one. You work on that one until you become a master at that one, and then you move to the next one. And so getting multiple different people's opinions and stuff, to me, hey, that's just improving yourself. But I would say choose one at a time, go through it, understand what they're trying to say, how they're trying to help you, take the lessons to heart and go from there, and then maybe go to the next one. Because to me, I look at different levels of just like jiu-jitsu is not like a level thing, it's more like a craft thing.
It's like a particular discipline. It's just different.
Discipline, yeah. Perfect. The particular discipline, learning how the tiger strikes, the bear, the lion, like you learn different things. And then, to me, I always like that. The glow, what's that dude where, he got the glow at the end?
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah. I'm always after the glow, right? Where, I have taken the time to not just be somebody that knows a lot about a little things, but knows that doesn't know. I flipped it. I made a mistake.
A little bit about a lot.
A little bit about a lot, that doesn't just know a little bit about a lot of things, but a lot about a little things. And to me, that's what gives you that glow.
All right, and on that note, So guys, we're gonna get to this last question, then we're about to be out. So J-Man Deuce the General says, I asked the question earlier, is it bad to want to be a single man that has children? I have situationships or relationships, but nothing too deep. If you want to be a bachelor for life, guys, listen to what I'm about to tell you. If you want to be a bachelor for life, there is nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a segment of the population that likes to shame people. Like if you don't want to have children, they'll shame you, and they'll do it to women too. If you don't want to be a mother or a father, or if you just want to be single and not be married, you have people that will shame you.
Hey, Zach, I'm going to let you take this one. I didn't check the time. I got to go too.
All
Thanks for having me on the show. If you can remind them about tomorrow, not only the real game, no theory, but also the little movie content we're going to be doing. That'd be pretty dope. And then I'm sorry about the interruption of this.
No, you're good.
All right.
All right, peace. So real quick, as Jay Roman alluded to, real quick, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 noon, the Real Game No Theory podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got something for y'all. So fuck with that. Also, for anyone that's on 50's membership, I believe the Gateway to Game membership, we're doing a movie review. We're watching the whole movie. I believe it's going to be on Zoom or something like that. And it's going to be Indecent Proposal. And we're doing the movie review in real time as we're watching the movie. So come fuck with that. Don't forget to like the stream, like, share, subscribe. So my thing is, bro, do what you want. Every man and woman should be allowed to be at peace with whatever type of relationship you covet. Whether it's an open relationship, a monogamous relationship, a poly relationship, whatever it is, you should be able to do whatever you want to do that brings joy, happiness, and peace and tranquility to your life, regardless of whether other people agree with it or not. And if people got a problem with it, fuck them. Fuck them. It's really that simple. It don't matter if it's your parents, your other relatives, your co-workers, your homies, whoever. If people got a problem with how you want to live your life, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Live your life for you. Don't be worried about other people's opinions of your shit. And let me just say this real quick. You're going to have people in your life who feel some type of way, and they try and shame you or ostracize you. And the reason why they're doing that is because they want their opinions about what you're doing in your life to mean more to you than your own opinion of what you're doing. They want to be able to have influence over your decision making for you. Just imagine that. People want to have influence over the decisions you make for your life, and because you're not listening to them, they're going to get mad at you, right? It is what it, bro. I've been through that. I've been through that shit where people literally, like, I remember my mom, may God bless the dead and rest her soul, she would say that, you know, you should take your family's opinions into consideration. No, Mom. No, not yours, not Dad's, not anybody. I don't give a damn about your opinion. No, I'm doing me, whether you like it or not. Hey, don't worry about all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you. Because at the end of the day, you got to live your life. You know what I'm saying? Once your parents pass away, or the older adults in your family, when they pass away, you still got to be out there doing you. What you going to do then? What you going to do then? You going to look to somebody else for their opinion about what you should be doing or what you're doing as a way to guide you? No, do you. Whatever type of relationship you want. Like me, I've been married. I ain't doing that shit no more. You know, I've cohabitated and shacked up with women. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm a father. I'm not having no more fucking kids. I'm too old for that shit. I'm not doing that shit no more. Right? So I'm now, if I ever get into a relationship again, it's gonna be an open one. It ain't gonna be no monogamous, sexual exclusive one. You can forget that. You know what I'm saying? But there are people out here who are pro-monogamy and anti-polygamy. Now, you can be pro-monogamy, but not hate on what other people are doing, because that's just your preference. I prefer to be, if you prefer to be in a monogamy-oriented, sexually exclusive relationship, but you don't shit on what other people are doing, that's commendable. But when you shit on what other people are doing, that's problematic. Like, even when people, like, you have guys that say, don't get married. Okay. So when you have people that want to get married and you have dudes telling dudes not to get married, I would never tell a man not to get married. What I will tell you is you better make sure to vet that woman right. And we give you the game on the things you need to do when you very first meet women to ensure that if you do go down that road of having a family with a woman, that you select the right woman for your program. So if you want to get married, get married. Just make sure you arm yourself with all the information. Know the laws, whatever, because the laws are different from state to state. Each state has its own laws. Now, there are some laws that are federally, guided, but state to state, there are different laws on what you do with property and all that other shit. So know the laws of the state that you live in, right? So that way, if shit don't go your way and a relationship or a marriage is coming to an end, you know exactly what's in store for you, and you can prepare yourself for that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times guys, they don't prepare themselves financially or even emotionally for what happens. And you need, from the very beginning, when you first meet women, you need to understand that any given moment, this can end. So while I'm enjoying it and I don't want it to end now, I always got to be mentally, emotionally, and financially prepared for if and when it does end. Alicia and Rec with the 10 Canadian. Shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you. Shout out to K-Zag for the story, man. I do what I do. So Simeon Sam says, hey, Zag, this is Simeon. What's the difference between friends with benefits and casual sex? Casual sex is just sex. There's nothing else. I made multiple videos talking about fuck buddy etiquette, where if all you want is a sexual relationship with women, there is no shortage of women out here that are down to have just sex and nothing more. But that woman has to actually be sexually attracted to you first. The sexual attraction is the main component of establishing a fuck buddy scenario in conjunction with sexual compatibility. So the woman has to be sexually attracted to you first. And then once you guys start having sex, there has to be sexual chemistry. As long as those two dynamics exist, you can cultivate a sexual relationship or a casual sex relationship. That's all you need. You don't got to do dates. You don't got to spend a night with chicks. You ain't got to talk on the phone and text about all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can just enjoy them sexually. Just make sure that the woman understands that that's what it is. You always want to set a woman's expectations as to the role that she's ultimately going to play in your life, and then let her choose whether or not she wants to be in that role. So if all you want is sex, you let a woman know, look, I'm not looking for nothing serious. All I'm trying to do is this. And if we both mutually enjoy each other, then all it's going to be is. So my bad, guys. I'm up here multitasking. So, so if all you want is sex, just let the woman know. I'm just trying to establish a situation where we can periodically engage in this, and that's that. And if you want something more, I can't give it to you. Just be honest about what you're doing. So it eliminates the drama. A lot of times guys get drama in your life because you want to blur the lines between sex and non-sexual shit. And then a woman is looking at you because you're not being consistent. And oftentimes she's going to look at you like you're playing with her emotions. And some guys, they do it on purpose, and other guys do it inadvertently. Right? So all you got to do is just establish what you want to establish, be honest with the woman about what it is, and then let her decide. Friends with benefits, I really don't agree with that. I used to agree with that, but to me, you're blurring the lines, because friends with benefits, what that really means is you're spending non-sexual time and sexual time together. Oftentimes, one or both people will end up catching feelings. One or both people will end up catching feelings. Where the feelings comes in at, it's not the sexual part. The feelings come in when you guys are spending non-sexual time together. Netflix and chilling, sharing a meal, spending the night together, taking showers, going on dates. Those are usually the times where people start to catch feelings, is during the non-sexual activities. This is why women like non-sexual attention from men, because this is the time where having a emotional connection or bond begins to form is when you're doing non-sexual shit, right? This is why if a woman is dealing with a guy that she is sexually attracted to and she likes, this is why she will covet spending time with him non-sexually, because she wants to get close to him and she wants to show him there's more to me than just sex, which is cool. But as a guy, if you know you don't want nothing beyond just sex, you got to let her know that. Okay, and here's this is the last question I'm gonna answer. And I'm gonna be out. Yo, Zach, should I have a set phrase I say to women before introducing myself? Guys, okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, stop focusing on being smooth and being suave with your words, and focus more on just being honest with what it is you want to do with the woman. Focus more on that. Focus more on conveying to the woman what you want to do in a very assertive, confident, transparent manner. The whole being suave and smooth and having a mouthpiece, that will come. The more women you deal with, the more women you talk to, that will come in due time. And a lot of that is really based on your own unique charm and personality. That's based on your own unique. Simeon, the lines are closed. This I'm about to end it with this. Focus more on just articulating yourself in a very honest way with women, and then let women respond to what it is you want to do. Again, all that smooth, suave shit, because you can have an opening line, quote unquote, that's smooth or suave, but then as the woman begins to talk to you, she's going to realize you're not that dude that you initially presented yourself to be, because you're not really a suave, smooth guy. You just had this one line that you said, right? So now what you can do is you can get a woman thinking that she may get a certain type of guy with that little line that you use. But again, as she begins to talk to you, she's going to realize you're not that guy. So you're really doing yourself an injustice in the long run. Focus on being consistent. Focus on being honest. Like, share the stream. I'm out. Peace. Enjoy your weekend.